Do not use Roadside Masters. It is the biggest freaking joke ever. Good morning. So, we drove till about 12:15 last night. So we can't start till about 10:15 this morning, obviously, if you know your math. So, we stopped and got a shower at a Pilot at around 8:30 last night. We got the belt swapped out on the APU. We ended up stopping it at Advanced Auto Parts in that little town that ended up being a nightmare getting out of. And they only had the one belt. So hopefully it doesn't sling another belt before we can find another belt. That's the load. I don't know if I ever showed you guys. It's aluminum plating. Some of the aluminum plating, I mean, there's plates of aluminum on here that are 12 inches thick. I mean, it is some massive aluminum plating. Maybe I can show you guys a peek here. They didn't allow any recording in there. Yeah, maybe I can show you guys when we unload it. This is going to Boeing. Oh, you're here. You can see some aluminum here. Well, I need to pull that bungee down, not up. So we got a hold of the broker emergency email, and I think it was a woman. She's like, can you show me a weight slip of you being overloaded? And Lita's like, look, we're not overloaded. We can still run it legally. It's 10,000 more pounds than what they said it would be. So, I don't know. It's like she stopped replying. Man, I wish I could show you guys this stuff. It's too dark in there. I don't know. I'm gonna need something for this, honestly. I mean, you can tell a big difference. I can tell a big difference. Like, as soon as we pulled out to just tarp this, I was like, man, we feel heavy. And the scale is on the way out, which is kind of stupid. They should have you scale it and then tarp it. And when I went back in there, the guys were talking, you know, I asked them, I said, who do I need to talk to about being overweight? And the guy was like, are you the guy that's 15,000 pounds overweight? I said, no, I don't think so. And actually, I thought it was me at first. I was like, 15,000. I was like, maybe I did my math wrong. I was like, no, I think I'm only 10,000. They're like, oh, there was another guy in here that was 15,000. So there's obviously an issue. That's what they told me. They're having issues with all of their products, or somebody messing up and marking stuff weighing less than what it does. So I think they have a scale issue in that plant. So also, I wanted to mention, I can't believe I didn't talk about it. When we got stuck, I called, what's the name of that tow company I have? Here comes Lita, she'll know. I don't know why I can't remember some simple stuff sometimes. Hey, what's the name of that tow company we have? What's the name of that tow company we have? Roadmasters. Yeah, complete waste of money. Don't bother with it. It's a complete waste of money. So I call them out because I wanted a truck to come out and pull me backwards, or whatever they had to do to get me out, right? And they're like, yeah, okay, what's your truck number? What color is it? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, send pictures to this number. So I snapped a couple of pictures and I sent it to them. And they're like, we'll call you back. It's like, okay, that's kind of weird. By the way, look, that chain bent this metal bracket up. We end up running the chain under here and hooking it to this frame. So one day I might cut off this box. Anyways, I keep getting distracted. That dude almost ran into my truck. So I call them up, show them the pictures, and they're like, we can't do nothing for you. It's like, what are you talking about? They're like, our services only pay for a simple winch. And I'm like, what are you talking about? They said, yeah, you're too stuck. You're gonna need a crane truck. We don't pay for that. And I was like, I don't need a crane truck. I said, I guarantee you, if I had my pickup truck, I could pull this truck out. And anyways, we argued back and forth a few times, and the person hung up on me. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Call back, said, I want to speak to a manager right now. Put the manager on the phone. Me and him argue back and forth a few times. He hangs up on me. I end up calling him probably 5 times, and they hang up on me, right? And finally I tell him, I'm like, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'll contact my bank. I'll contact the Better Business Bureau. I will get my money back. Hang up the phone on them. Next thing I know, they call me back. They said, all right, so this is what we'll do. We'll give you $50 towards a tow. Said it's not good enough. Or towards a pullout. I said, no, not good enough. Hung up the phone. And they're like blowing up my phone. And I told them when they called me, I said, you guys are harassing me at this point. No, we're not harassing you. We're not harassing you. I said, calling me. Oh, this is what they said, we're not harassing you. Harassment is only when we're trying to sell you something. I said, no, it's not. Anyways, they were like, is this thing still recording? Yeah. They're like, I finally answered the phone one more time, and they're like, okay, so we've decided to give you $100 towards the pullout. I said, nope, still not happy. I said, you guys still haven't sent me the paperwork from when we broke down in New Mexico, and you guys refused to help me on my tow because you said everybody around was too expensive. I said, I didn't sign up for this program for you guys to tell me that there was everybody around is too expensive. You guys should probably let people know that. Well, I'm letting you guys know this right now. And I'm probably going to make a thing in my intro, and I'm gonna blast it on every single one of my videos. So get ready to see that. Do not use Roadside Masters. It is the biggest freaking joke ever. And by the way, everybody you speak to is from another country. So don't think that you're gonna get somebody that speaks really good English there. So anyways, nightmare, a complete nightmare. That guy with the semi-truck and his dad, it ended up being his dad, I didn't know it was his dad, in the F-250, ended up pulling us out for free. I mean, they didn't have to do that, and I offered to pay him something, but man, super awesome guy, Mark. So anyways, I've probably been talking way too much. I'm going to go ahead and do a pre-trip before I'm allowed to do a pre-trip, because I'm not supposed to be working right now, because the government likes to overreach and tell you when and when you can do shit. A lot of people probably think I'm Republican. I'm not. I'm against the government. So I don't think we need either branch, honestly. I think they both are crooked. They both like to overreach. They both like to overstep. So anyways, let me get off here. We'll see ya. You missed the spot.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Look at all those bug guts.
Well, I'm still like...
Come on, wipe it, girl.
You're like, you missed a spot, but it's not like I'm even done.
Yeah, you were getting ready to walk away.
Yeah.
I need to get the most for my money here. Wax on, wax off. Yeah. You gotta rub it harder.
You can put that Rain-X or that bug stuff, like clean it with that bug stuff first.
All right, guys, we are stopped for the weekend. We are at a Walmart. We are just north of Wichita. This city starts with a G. I can't remember what it's called. But you can see they allow lots of truck parking here. So that's why we came here. We originally looked at some hotels to stay at. But only one of them said that they had semi-parking. So we called them up, and I guess they have so many guests there that the other guests had to park in the semi-parking. So we might not be getting a hotel room for the weekend. But you can see they got lots of stuff here. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera because it's so dark. But hold on, fat butts, calm down. Act like you need to pee. You got to pee? Probably sensory overload with all the dogs that come here. Anyways, yeah, so this is where we're going to be doing our 34. We're parked behind that bobtail right there. So let me walk this dog and we'll see what we can get into. I think Lita's going to try to get us, I don't know where the Domino's is. There's supposed to be a Domino's around here. It stays open till like 1 o'clock. I told her, let's get some pasta bread bowls. If you've never had the pasta bread bowls from Domino's, you are missing out. All right, good morning. Looks like we had some trucks leave last night. So I'll just go ahead and pull up so we're not taking up too much of Walmart's parking lot. But I'm about to launch my video where we mounted this APU. It's funny, everybody just keeps saying, just put an APU on the truck, just put an APU on the truck. You guys do realize APUs are like $10,000. The only reason I have an APU is because Roberto gave me one. There is no way in the world I would ever spend $10,000 on a generator. Anyways, with that being said, even with a free APU, look what we had to do to get this thing working. And look at the trouble we have with it. So if it wasn't given to me, trust me, we would have a bigger generator on this thing. My chain just fell off. I'm about to make the thumbnail for it. Came up with this genius idea because a lot of you guys were loving how I mounted my headache rack, which by the way is working fantastic. I'll show you what I got going on here. I'm sure you guys seen the thumbnail. This is where I made the thumbnail, if you were wondering. So there we go. You guys are gonna think that I mounted it with chains. So I woke up, I wrapped some chains around it this morning, just to make a thumbnail. All right, let me get this picture. All right, guys, it's Sunday night. We are still at the Walmart parking lot. I never did pull up after this. Look at that, we got a leak. I think that's from us. Anyways, I never pulled up. There was a bobtail here, and I was like, I'm gonna pull up so I can straighten up my trailer. Oh no, go ahead and lock it, hit the lock button. But as you can see, the trailer's in line of the parking spots. Anyways, we're gonna walk over to Planet Subs. Oh, it's over there. I thought it was this building right here. Yeah, there is. But they don't have pasta bread bowls. Man, we ate at Brahms last night. Man, that was completely disappointing. How was yours? Was yours good?
Yeah.
Was it? She got me and Nate this chicken tender meal, and it tasted something like you would eat in a cafeteria. So, pretty terrible. I don't think I mentioned this either. Was that yesterday or the day before? Lita's like, have we tried this AC in the truck lately? I was like, I've tried it multiple times. I said, it's not working. She clicks it on, and it starts blowing cold air. I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. So later on that day, we stopped and get fuel. I shut the truck off, turn the truck back on. We go to turn the AC back on, and it's not working again. We're like, what in the world is going on with this thing? So I don't know if there's a switch going bad or what. But we turned it off again, turned it back on, didn't blow cold again. I think we ended up shutting it off for like an hour or two. I think it was like an hour or two.
Something like that.
Turned it back on and started blowing cold again. So I figured we had a Freon leak and we were out of Freon again. But obviously there's something wrong with the compressor or the switch or some other weird thing. You know, I'm not really sure on how air conditioning works. I had a buddy try to explain to me about all the parts and what each one does, and I'm like, I'm not going to retain this knowledge. I don't need to retain this knowledge. My memory's so bad, I need to hold on to what little information I need, or else I'll forget something like breathing or walking, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrible. What's your name again?
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, let's check out Planet Sub, and then we went and got Dunkin' Donuts this morning for breakfast, and there's a truck stop right there. And I think it says showers are $3, doesn't it?
I didn't see
Three-
that. I just know they have showers.
I think that's what it said in the reviews that you were looking at.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, somebody was like, they have showers here for $3. You don't even have to buy fuel. So we're going to eat something, go get a shower. And then I've been editing videos all day long. And that's pretty much it. You already went out. No, you have to stay up there. Good morning. Watch out, Five Butts. Move your head. Move your head. Move. Good morning. So, I thought we stopped earlier than we did on Saturday. So technically we can't move until 10 o'clock today. It's 7 something. So we were parked at the Walmart right across the street over here. This is where the Dunkin' Donuts is. So I figured we'd just PC over here, grab some Dunkin' Donuts. I'll squirt some fuel in here, and they've got a scale here. So we're going to the broker wants a weigh slip on this. I'm like, I don't understand why, because when we went to that place, before you pull in they make you scale, and then as you pull out they make you scale, and you have to punch in like your driver's license number, and I think maybe like the last 4 of your social security number and all that. So they know what I weigh. They can easily find out what I weigh. I got radiator fluid dripping. All right, let me hop off here. I got to get some fuel. I want to see where this is coming from. Are you a truck driving dog? Huh? Breaker breaker 19. We got the fat butts coming through. You're adorable. You're so adorable. Who are you talking to? Huh?
Like I'm talking to snacks.
Alright guys, we made it to a Love's. Let me see where we're at. I guess I should have looked before I started recording like a dummy. Lita's about to cook some steaks we bought the other night. We were gonna cook them last night, but it was just too dang hot. McPherson, Kansas, out of Love's. So, I pointed these tires out to you guys earlier, in maybe another video, and how they're kind of cupping funny. This tire isn't as bad as the other one. Let me show you the other one. It's even worse. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really look as bad on camera. Anyways, I stopped at Love's here, and I took the truck in, and I let them check over everything. And according to their chart, the way this is wearing, it's either bad bearings, low air, or bad shocks. And they checked everything. They said everything looks perfectly fine. They're saying either these tires are failing, or they say it's because it's a all position tire on my steer, which doesn't make any sense because according to Google, all steer tires on a steer are fine. That's what they're for. All steer is for, or all position is for all positions. He suggested we go up to a 16 ply rating and use a steer tire only. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. There's a clunking in the front end when I brake hard with a load. It doesn't really do it without a load, but I don't know. So anyways, we found a load going to, wow, all these APUs. Look, he's got a carrier too. Look, he's got the same APU, Nate. He's got the same APU as us, except for his looks a little newer. Anyways, we booked a load going to Fresno. Let me turn this around. To Fresno, California. We had a few going east. We were trying to go east because Nate's bored. He wants to go home, which is understandable. I mean, he's a 15-year-old on a semi-truck. And every time we'd like go to book one, the broker would call back and be like, "Oh, this load canceled. Oh, the place got somebody to do it themselves." With like an excuse for everything. So I booked this load, or I didn't book it. Lita found it, and I thought it was paying good. It pays okay, but it doesn't pay what I thought it paid. So, like I said, I never turned down a load because of something we messed up on. So now we get to go to Fresno, which is a bummer because I only want to go into California if I absolutely have to, due to this trailer being a 50-foot trailer. So, I don't know. What can you do? It was my mess up. Lita showed me the load. I was like, okay, I guess send it to Mason. We were expecting to be able to pick it up today. And then Mason called back. He's like, all right, they said you can pick it up first thing in the morning and the rate con should be in the email. I was like, first thing in the morning? This was at like 1:30. I was like, no, I don't want it for first thing in the morning. I want it for today. He said the guy said that they quit loading already. I'm like, man, that's bull crap. 1:30, of course, we were an hour away. I'm like, that's still too early to stop loading. What is Lita doing? Maybe she's salt and peppering the steak. Anyway. Oh, I don't know what she's doing then. Anyways, let me get to cooking. What's this thing doing? Oh, it's backwards. These aren't for you, fat butts. I wish this cord reached back further. I think what I'm gonna do when I get some time is I want to install an outlet out here so we can cook out here. I hooked up I bought another outlet. We've got a 20 amp and a 15 amp now. I got this running off the 15 amp and I got the air conditioner running off the new 20 amp. APU's running it fine. I figured it'd trip a breaker or something. Burn the truck down maybe. Oh yeah, look at that. Did I mention I bought a sound bar from Walmart? So when we stop at night, we can hang the iPad up here. And then we've got the sound bar installed back there. How many of y'all got ice cream in your truck?